Ladies and gents, welcome back. If you're not already a homeowner in the market in Canada, good luck buying your first home. And for tenants, it's becoming even more difficult to find a decent priced rental. This from CBC News. Tenants priced out as Vancouver and Victoria rents jump 20% in 6 months. Canadians migrating westward from other provinces, adding to more pressure in BC's already strained housing. Of course, it was Chinese people coming here last year. Now it's other Canadians coming here into BC. There's always a different excuse. It's really interesting to see where they go with these narratives. Everything seems to be getting more expensive. Food, gas, housing prices are on the rise while paychecks are slow to keep pace. The CBC News series Priced Out explains why you're paying more at the register and how Canadians are coping with high cost of living. This is across the board, not just in British Columbia, though. Prices are on the rise, and inflation is largely the cause of prices going up at your grocery stores or at the pumps, despite all attempts to explain it as a phenomenon of conflicts in other places of the world. They've been on the rise for some time. Canadians migrating from other provinces to the West Coast are putting more pressure on BC's already strained housing supply, driving rents even further out of reach. The average rents paid by tenants in Vancouver and Victoria have increased by more than 20% in the past 6 months, according to the newly released national rental ranking. It's left many questioning how they will afford to continue to pay for housing in a province that has seen worsening prices for years, for renters for years. Now, it's interesting. We go down here and we can look at some of the average national rent rankings for March 2022. In Vancouver, a one-bedroom rental goes for $2,200, where a two-bedroom goes for $3,000. If you can imagine, even just a few years paying these rates, a few years ago paying these rates, you'd say you're out to lunch. In Victoria, you're looking at a one-bedroom for $1,600, two-bedroom for $2,600. Calgary going up as well, $1,200 for a one-bedroom, $1,500 for a two-bedroom. There's no indication here of a single family or a small family home, maybe three-bedroom townhouses. I know in my town the prices are insane. You can't keep up. But these prices don't seem to be reflecting they do seem to be reflecting the rising prices of houses. But what's really interesting is it's hardly keeping up. Homeowners, people who are buying homes and then trying to rent them out in the rental market are having a hard time finding tenants for the prices just to break even in the market. But in this scenario, it's really interesting because they're blaming they're blaming tenants from other provinces coming and bidding up the market, when only a few years ago they were blaming Chinese money coming in. They tried to put a ban on foreigners buying houses in British Columbia. They since lifted that, and now they're not talking about that. Now, one thing that seems to get ignored, and that is a phenomenon that's come since the 90s, and I've been watching this as it's progressed, but it's this get-rich-quick idea of flipping houses. It began back in the 90s, and here's an infomercial from way back then.
Think of the potential profit you can make, especially if you have my knowledge of how to do that transaction with no money.
Hi, my name is Paul Minhas, and it's so simple to make money in foreclosure properties after taking Tom Boo's training, and I made 7 deals in 30 days, made $15,000. There are checks to prove it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I made
wow, it's just amazing.
In 30 days. You want to make money? Go see Tom.
Do you think bargain property have a little for sale sign in front of the yard saying bargain property, $10,000 profit? Come on in. I never.
9010 Grand Central Parkway, East Elmhurst, New York.
these were all over the place every night. I remember watching these popping up all the time, and it didn't stop. It continued, and it continues still to this day. Where let's make a profit. We'll make tons and tons of money just bidding up the prices of housing all over every single neighborhood across our country and across the United States as well. It's amazing. And this has led to a lot of, honestly, if you look around the marketplace, people are buying houses and then they're trying to sell them for, you know, on average $50,000 to $100,000 more at the next year. And this is what's bidding up prices of houses. The market, and this is with the help of the federal government giving out, making it easier for people to get larger and larger loans all the time. Debt is what's driving this phenomenon. But here we have more blaming of other things, external things in the marketplace. But that's what's what you're gonna get from CBC. The prices are rising dramatically thanks to still scarce housing supply and more people from other places moving to BC in the last financial quarter. 18,000 people moved here from other countries and 5,000 from other provinces, especially from Alberta and Ontario. Now, the government has the ability to limit how many people can move into the country, but they've exacerbated that. But that's another topic. That's immigration policy. There's a lot of new people, and if they're having problems with the marketplace, I honestly am having a hard time believing that that's the real reason, especially since the last excuse again was outside people coming in from China. That was the previous reason, but they haven't changed anything on their policies in that light. BC Minister responsible for housing, David Edby, told CBC News that data highlights the largest movement of people into the province in decades. This was a 30-year high in the migration from other provinces to the other countries, Edby said at the time, as we had a 30-year low in the number of listings for real estate. I don't know if we have a 30-year low for listings in real estate. You only have to walk by your local realtor's office and see the number of properties that are just being sold on a daily. Properties being even in my neighborhood, I've seen so many properties coming up for sale and then being sold, and then a year later being sold again. It's just it's constant flip of the marketplace, and it's been bidding the prices up astronomically. I saw houses go from literally 10 years ago in the market of $250,000 to selling for $1 million today. This is what we're dealing with. This is what's happening, and we'll see how it goes. If we have adjustments in interest rates moving forward, we might see an end to that type of market practice. Only time will tell. With inflation on the rise, there's going to be pressures from banking institutions to slow down monetary easing, which is the Fed and the Bank of Canada. To slow down inflation, they may have to raise interest rates, and that could be devastating for this type of market. But I will definitely be talking about this more moving forward to see what happens with this market in the future. I'm pessimistic myself on this. Let me know how you think. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Otherwise, we'll talk to you in the next video. Keep on trucking.